Good morning to all of you. This is Mohammad Saif Wajid, working as an assistant professor in CSE department, BPD University. Today I am going to cover all the topics of module 1 from the subject Advanced Software Engineering, which runs in Computer Science and Engineering department, BPD University, in master's course, that is Master of Technology, a specialization in software engineering. So I'm going to explain the basic things of the subject, that is this subject Advanced Software Engineering includes 4 modules. So today I am going to explain the first topic of first module, and that is system engineering. So before going on to the topic, I'm going to explain what is system. See, the topic is system engineering. I'm going to explain first what is system, so that you can get easy access of the system engineering in further lectures. So a system is a set or arrangement of things so related as to form a unity. Basically, a system is an arrangement of things that can relate with each other to form a unity. Unity means to form a complete product. And now, what is system engineering? Basically, system engineering occurs as a consequence of a process called system engineering. That it means software engineering occurs as a consequence of a process called system engineering. And what about software? Software is a collection of program, documentation and operating procedure. So that definition of system engineering is: when software engineering occurs as a consequence of a process, then that software engineering is known as system engineering, or we can say system engineering is used to encompass both business and product engineering also. And software engineering occurs as a highly important effect or influences of a process, that is also known as system engineering. Software engineering concentrates solely on softwares, and system engineering focuses on a variety of elements. So I'm trying to explain the basic difference between software engineering and system engineering. Software engineering concentrates solely on software, but system engineering focuses on a variety of elements, analyzing them, designing them and organizing those elements into a system that can be a product, a service or a technology for the transformation of information or control. Basically, a system engineer works to understand system requirements by working with the present customers, future customers or future users and other stakeholders. So move to the next slide. The overall objective of the system must be determined. The role of hardware, software, people, database, procedures and other systems element must be identified, and the operational requirements must be elicited, extracted, analyzed, specified, modeled, validated and managed. These activities are the foundation of system engineering. So now I'm going to explain what is the difference between business process and product engineering. Business process engineering says the system engineering process is called business process engineering when the context of the engineering work focuses on a business enterprise And the second thing about product engineering, when a product is to be built, the process is called product engineering. This is the basic difference between business process engineering and product engineering. Both business process engineering and product engineering attempt to bring order to the development of computer-based system. So we should know about what is computer-based system, because I earlier told that both business process engineering and product engineering attempt to bring order to the development of computer-based system. So we should know about what is computer-based system. A computer-based system is a set or arrangement of elements that are organized to accomplish some predefined goals by processing information. The goal of computer-based software system is, the goal may be to support some business function or to develop a product that can be sold to generate business revenue. So I'm explaining about computer-based system. So we should know what are the components, what are the elements comes in a computer-based system. So to accomplish the goal, a computer-based system makes use of a variety of system elements. The elements are software, hardware, people, databases, documentation, and the last one is procedure. These are the basic elements of a computer-based system. So let's talk about the first element of computer-based system, that is software. Basically, software is also known as a collection of program, documentation, and operating procedure is known as software, which we have already studied in software engineering in BTech. So computer programs, data structures, and related documentation that serve to affect the logical method, procedure, or control that is required by a software. Simple definition of software, if anyone asks you about what is software, so you can say about software in simple way, that is, software is a collection of program, documentation, and operating procedure. Whatever the command you give to run a particular program, that are known as instructions. So moving to the next component of the computer-based system, that is hardware. Hardware are the physical things, whatever we can see or whatever we can touch in a particular system, that are called hardware. So hardware is electronic devices that provide computing capability. The interconnecting devices, example of hardware are network switches, telecommunication devices that enable the flow of data, and electromechanical devices, example like sensors. Sensors are the electromechanical devices that comes in the category of hardware, that provide external world functioning according to the requirement of customer or user. The next component of computer-based system is people. People are the general things like user or customer. Users and operators of a hardware and software are known as people of a computer-based system. So next element is database, a large organized collection of information that is accessed via software, that is known as database. This is the main component of a computer-based system. So next element of the computer-based system is documentation. Documentation includes basically descriptive information like hard copies, manuals, or online help files, websites that portrays the use and or that portray the use of operations of the system. And the last one is procedure, the step that define the specific of each system element or the procedural contents in which the system resides, that is known as procedure. So these are the elements I have discussed with you of the computer-based system. You can say this topic is the elements of computer-based system. So I'm going to revise. The basic element of computer-based system is, first one is software, second one is hardware, third one is pupil, fourth one is database, next one is documentation. So moving to the next topic, that is system modeling. Basically, system engineering is a modeling process. Modeling means to design a particular product before going to development. To construct a system model, the engineer should consider a number of factors. See, these are the factors which can play an important role while you are going to model a process. The first one is assumption, simplification, second one, third one is limitations, fourth one is constraint, and the next one is preferences. So let's talk about these important factors in detail. The first one is assumption. Assumption says that reduce the number of possible permutation and variations. Simplification says simplification enable the model to be created in a timely manner. Limitations help to bound the system. Constraint will guide the manner in which the model is created and the approach taken when the model is implemented. Preferences indicate the preferred architecture for all data, functions, and technology. This is the topic that I already discussed with you in detail: computer-based system, hardware, pupil, database, documentation, procedure. Now, moving to the next topic, that is system engineering hierarchy. See, system engineering, the hierarchy means the role of the system engineer is to define the system elements for a specific computer-based system in the context of the overall hierarchy of the system. System engineering hierarchy encompasses a collection of top-down and bottom-up method to navigate the hierarchy given in the figure. You can see this is the figure of how system engineering hierarchy works while you are going to develop a particular product according to the requirement of customer. This is the diagram you should follow for finding the solution of a particular problem while you are going to develop a particular product or software. So I'm talking about system engineering. So I'm repeating this one. System engineering hierarchy encompasses a collection of top-down and bottom-up methods to navigate the hierarchy given in this figure. The system engineering process usually begins with a worldview. This is the worldview that I covered with mouse click pointer. That is, the entire business or product domain is examined to ensure that the proper business or technology context can be established. The worldview, this one, worldview. The worldview is refined to focus more fully on a specific domain of interest within a specific domain. The need for targeted system element like data, software, hardware, people, procedure, documentation is analyzed in worldview. The worldview, that is denoted by WV. The worldview is composed of a set of domains, that is DI, capital D, small I, which can be a system or a system of systems in its own right. Like if you want to expand the worldview, then you can write WV is equal to D1 with curly braces, D2, D3, D4, dash 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 Dn, which will explain in next slide here. I am talking about this worldview. When you have to expand this worldview, then you have to write the short form of worldview is WV is equal to within bracket D1, D2, D3 up to Dn. This thing I am talking about worldview. So moving next, each domain is composed of a specific element that is known as EJ, and each of which serves some role in accomplishing the objective and goals of the domain or component, like di is equal to within bracket e1 e2 e3 up to en. Domain component means this one is. Finally, each element is implemented by specifying the technical components, that is CK, capital C small k, that achieves the necessary function for an element. And if you want to explain EJ, that is a specific element of each domain, is equal to C1, C2, C3, C4 up to CK or CN. So, regardless of its domain of focus, system engineering encompasses a collection of top-down and bottom-up methods to navigate the hierarchy. As earlier I told you, the system engineering process usually begins with a world view that I have explained here. System engineering process starts world view. Then it further categorizes into domain view. Then it further categorizes into element view. Then any one of the element view part will expanded into detailed view, so that you can get solution of a particular problem easily. That the world view is defined to focus more fully on a specific domain of interest. Within a specific domain, the need for targeted system elements like data, software, hardware, people is analyzed. Now, system engineering world view is composed of a set of domains. Suppose you have to expand world view, then you have to write this, which can each be a system or system of systems in its own right. World view, you should remember, you should practice the world view is decomposed, categorized into detailed view. Domain of interest. Okay, that's why I wrote here WV is equal to D1, D2, D3 up to Dn. Now, each domain is composed of a specific element EJ, each of which serves some role in accomplishing the objective and goals of the domain or component. It can be represented as Di is equal to within curly braces E1, E2, E3 up to EM or En. Now, finally, each element is implemented by specifying the technical component CK that achieve the necessary function for an element. EJ is equal to C1, C2, C3 up to CK. Now, business process engineering. So, what is business process engineering? I have already told you the difference between business process and product engineering. So, here is a detailed description of business process engineering is the different architecture must be analyzed and designed within the context of business objective and goals. And the goals are data architecture, applications architecture, technology infrastructure. These goals are comes in the view of development purpose. The data architecture provides a framework for the information needs of a business or business function. The application architecture, second one, encompasses those elements of a system that transform object within the data architecture for some business purpose. And the third one, the technology infrastructure, provides the foundation for the data and application architectures. The infrastructure encompasses the hardware and software that are used to support the application and data. And I've already discussed about the hardware and software regarding system engineering. So, So this is the diagram of business process engineering. This is the working methodology of business process engineering. So you should suppose a customer. Suppose there is an organization which which is also known as the enterprise. So the expandation of their working procedure is regarding system engineering. They have to explain their working procedure with business process engineering. Like the first one is enterprise, second one is business area analysis, that is domain view. See, all the things will be calculated in the form of world view, domain view, element view and detailed view. Whenever you get the different problem, then you have to design the problem in terms of world view, domain view and element view, detailed view. So the first one is enterprise. Intel view, we will gather the information strategy planning, then we will expand this enterprise into business for the business area analysis, so that we can get the ease access of the business terminologies regarding market, and it will be treated as domain view, and it will further categorized into business system, where business system basically focuses on the information gathering system, and it will be calculated in element view. And the next one is construction and integration, which will be calculated into detailed view. But the things are important in business process engineering, that element view and detailed view will managed by the software engineer, who will be responsible for the development of a particular product according to the requirement of customer or user. So these are the topic that I covered in my first video lecture of the subjects Advanced Software Engineering Principles and Practices, which runs in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Bibli University, Rocktown. If you have any problem regarding any topic I covered in this video, you can consult with me, so that I will cover all the doubt, and I will clear all the doubt of you. Okay, thank you.